Hello
Hello!
and welcome to new video. You have asked us how to keep and preserve your brushes. So in this video we're gonna show you how we keep our brushes long lasting and sharp.
Yeah, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Acrylic is drying fast, so after every few strokes, be sure to rinse your brush in water pot before taking more paint.
When you wash your brush and when you dry the water from the bristle, make sure to go in rotation.
Yeah, so move your brush, rotating it between your fingers.
Yes, and this way you're gonna keep the the tip nice and sharp.
So be sure to do it gently. You don't want to damage the brushes from the bristle, but you want to keep the tip long and sharp.
If you're not used to it, it might be unusual, but believe us, it will be natural in no time. Another thing to keep in mind is when you take the paint from the palette. Make sure not to put too much paint on your brush tip. So tend to go only by middle of the bristle. Don't go over the whole hair area.
Because you don't want the paint to stuck in the metal part that holds the hairs of the bristle in. Because it will stay there and it will dry and you will never be able to take it out.
Yeah, and once it's dry, the bristle will lose the shape and then you will lose the tip as well.
Yeah, you will lose the softness of the bristle as well. Because the paint is always there to make it more dry.
Yeah. As well, when you go and wash your brush, don't go too deep into water. Yeah, don't go.
Yeah, make sure that your water is leveled and some like 2 centimeters from the bottom of the pot.
Yes. If you go too much, the water can go up and the wood will absorb this water, and then after some times of painting it can happen that there is a water splash that comes from the wood that
Through the metal part.
Yeah, through the metal part. It will go out and ruin your paint job. So be careful, don't go too deep into the water.
And it will ruin your brush holder and you don't want that.
Of course, it is impossible to keep your brush long lasting forever. Eventually the tip will be ruined, and that can happen by model texture, or just some paints tend to destroy the bristle.
Yeah,
more
depending
easy.
on chemical
Yes,
structure of the
so-
paints. So
and so the acryl, it destroys the brush. It will happen eventually, but use these tips to keep your brush as long as possible in good shape. So let's start with cleaning. So when you finish your paint work, you're finished for today. What we recommend is using the soap. It's like a brush cleaner and preserver. This one that we use is, I think, called the Masters.
yeah.
And it is very tough. So you take a little bit of water on your brush and then going in round circles.
Yeah, you want your brush to absorb the soap in.
Yes.
So all the paint that is in the bristle will be nicely washed.
Yeah. So the next step, you use your hand to clean your brush. Why hand? Because the skin of your hand is soft enough not to damage the brush, and this way you have the best feeling how hard you push your brush. Of course, this brush didn't had a lot of paint on it, so there is not too much paint that's coming out, but in probably in the other case there will be a lot of paint and it will come out from the brush. You can even wash it a couple of times until you're satisfied and there is no paint going out from the bristle. In the next step, you just use your napkin to dry out the bristle, and again make sure to go in circles, keeping it your tip nice and sharp.
Yeah, you keep rotating the holder of the brush while you pulling the brush
towards you. And
One of the easiest ways.
Yeah, last thing that we like to use is to use our Blue Tack or Patafix to fix the brush anywhere. Basically, we also tend to place our brushes on our working lamps, so it's very approachable, so it's always there when you need it. And this way you will keep the brush so the water will go down and it won't be the wood won't absorb the water from it, but the water will go down and on tip
Leave
of the
brush while it's dry.
Yeah, so that's about it.
Yeah, that's all. It's nothing too hard. You can make it your routine.
Yeah, so this is our daily routine basically.
Yeah.
And our brushes don't last forever, but they last a lot longer while we use this technique.
Yeah. So we both hope you enjoy these few tips and we hope you will start using them, and thank you for watching one more video.
Yeah, and make sure to let us know if you find this video helpful. Make sure to check out other tutorials for actual painting, and paint, and until the next one.
See you in more videos.
Yeah, bye bye.